So I'm Eva, I'm an art director from Dublin. Um, and ironically, for an art director, this is a very wordy project I'm presenting called Alternative Insults. So I made this actually last year during the first lockdown in kind of March 2020. I wanted to challenge myself to make something for nothing, basically. So Alternative Insults is an insult generator. Sorry, I'm just going to move by Zoom to come up with better insults than autistic. So just to kind of give you a bit of background as to how I came up with this idea and why I really wanted to make this. So in early 2020, pre-COVID, if anyone can remember, there was a general election in Ireland, and a politician was caught in an interview and recorded as describing Leo Varadkar, who was the prime minister at the time. She described him as being a bit autistic and on the spectrum. And it created a huge backlash, and it was kind of on the cover of every newspaper, and even kind of the story got out globally as well. And because like the way she talked and used the phrase autistic was quite insulting and dismissive, and he's not actually autistic either. And it got me thinking that these phrases were something I actually tended to hear every day from people describing other people as a bit autistic or on the spectrum to mean something else completely. And it also got me thinking before that about the way people had used words previously. So things like "that's so gay." I remember hearing that all the time when I was a kid. Like people would describe like a chair as being gay, and it had so many negative connotations. And now society has kind of moved on. We're a lot less homophobic, but you would never hear that phrase being used, or if you did, you'd kind of think someone was almost a bit stupid or very immature to say it. And another one is "that's retarded." So retard being like someone who has intellectual disabilities, even though that word is just never used anymore. But you would also kind of like almost flinch if you heard someone say that. I really think it just speaks to how you use words, and something like autistic represents society's perception of it. And I knew this was a problem in Ireland. But as I kind of started doing a bit of research, it's kind of a problem really around the world. The autistic tends to mean or be used as an insult. So my solution then, so something that really bothered me was the way it was being misused. And because there are so many other words you could use instead, English is a really rich language. I think it's the largest vocabulary of any language in the world. So if you have over 1 million words to choose from, why on earth would you choose this one? So to show you the website I created with this insult generator. So I spent a bit of time going through different dictionaries, doing a lot of research, trying to find these words that were underused or had maybe kind of like gone out of fashion. It was really important to me to have like real words rather than things that were made up, and to be really faithful to the idea. So I'll put up some of them. So mumpsmus, mooncalf, which is one of my favorite ones, ultracrepidarian, snoutbound, quidnunc, and scobberlotcher, which is also fantastic. So I think I had about 50 or 60 total of these, and they were all real English words. And so like this was kind of funny, and like made the descriptors pretty humorous. But then I really wanted to kind of hit home what it actually means to be autistic, and have kind of a powerful message. So I gave people some stats. So in Ireland, there are 300 children who can't get access to education because they're not being provided for their needs. 1 in 3 autistic families are in debt. And really shockingly, 85% of autistic adults are unemployed. And finally, I gave people a chance to make amends. And in this case, making amends meant donating. So donating money to Ireland's national autism charity, and hopefully doing some good. That was me. Thank you so much.